Hello everybody, today I'm going to be making a real easy recipe. I'm going to be making potatoes with chorizo and I'm going to start with the ingredients. I'm going to be using beef chorizo and I'm using this one, 8 potatoes, 3 garlics, 1 envelope of sazon with azafran, 1 tomato, 1 medium onion, and 2 jalapenos, fresh cheese, but you can use any cheese you like. You can use Chihuahua or any other kind. 1 teaspoon of oregano and 1 teaspoon of salt. And I have the Maseca I'm going to be using to make my fresh tortillas. And this is the Maseca I'm using, but you can use any brand. So I'm going to start. I got 2 cups of Maseca over here for my tortillas. And I have 2 cups and a half of warm water that I'm going to be using. It might be more. We don't know. Okay, we'll find out. Make sure you wash your hands real good because we always using our hands when we're cooking. Your maseca has to be real moist, okay? Okay, and I end up using 2 cups and a half for 2 cups of maseca, okay? But it depends what kind of maseca you're using too, so that's the water you're going to be using. So I'm going to put it to the side. But let me put a little water on top first so it doesn't get dry. And then I cover it with a tortilla cloth. Okay, now we're going to start with the chorizo. So I'm going to be removing the plastic. And you can buy any kind of chorizo, any brand. You see, this one is spicy, a little spicy. So you can buy the one that you want. So we're going to be removing all the plastic. You see it has plastic in here. Okay, and it's gonna be ready to be cooked, okay? Okay, so I have my pan over here, so I'm gonna put just a little, maybe like a teaspoon of olive oil right here. We're not using a lot because the chorizo already have a little grease in there. Especially if you buy pork chorizo, it's a little greasy, so you don't need a lot of grease over here on this, okay? Okay, so now I'm gonna put the chorizo here. So the chorizo, I'm gonna cook it in low fire. So you can cook real slow. And you can use pork chorizo if you want to. They have beef and they got pork, okay? That you can choose from. So I'm gonna leave my chorizo cooking over here and I'm gonna peel the potatoes, okay? Now I'm gonna start with the potatoes. So I'm gonna remove the skin. And I don't remove the whole skin, only part of the skin that it's a little brown. So I'm gonna put it here. And I already washed my potatoes in cold water to remove all the dirt. And now I'm removing the skin. So I'm gonna do this to all the potatoes, and then we go to the next step, okay? Look at the chorizo, how it's cooking. It's almost done. And now I'm gonna cut all the vegetables I'm gonna be needing for the potatoes. So I start with the tomato. So I cut it in little squares like this, and I put it to the side. And this is a real simple recipe that you can do after work when we come from work real tired. Something real fast, and it's good. Right here. And now the onion. And this one, I'm going to cut it in bigger pieces, okay? I do the cuts like this. Okay, the chorizo is done, so I'm going to put it to the side, and I'm going to turn it off, okay? It's done. So I'm going to cut the jalapenos now. And I'm removing the seeds to the jalapenos. And if you don't want to put the jalapeno, you can always put a poblano pepper. A poblano pepper is not real spicy, but if you like the spice, you can always put jalapeno. This is a good size. And let's do the other one. Okay, now it's time to do the potatoes. And you can cut them big if you want to, or you can cut little squares like I'm doing. It's your choice. I already rinsed all my potatoes, and I rinse them in cold water until all the starch come out. Leave them in water until they're ready to be cooked, okay? So now I'm gonna cut the garlic. Okay, I'm done with this. So now we're gonna start cooking. Okay, so now I have my pan over here, and I'm gonna be putting the oil here. So I'm gonna be using olive oil, and you probably put like around 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm just gonna wait until it warm up, and then we put our potatoes here, okay? Okay, I think it's already hot. So we're gonna put the potatoes here. So we're right here frying the potatoes. They still need a little more time. And I'm making my tortillas over here. I'm gonna show you in a little bit how to do them. Okay, now I'm gonna put the vegetables. They're not too hard and they're not too soft right now, so I'm gonna put the vegetables. The onion, the garlic, and the tomato, okay? And we mix them. And now I'm gonna put the salt. Mix the salt real good in here. And always salt to your taste, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna put the oregano here. And the reason why I cook the potatoes so I can put the vegetables is because if I put the tomato together with the potatoes, they're gonna be getting real saggy, and we don't want that to happen. So I put the oregano and we let them cook in there. And at this point, taste them for salt. And if it needs more salt, you can always put more salt, okay? And now it's time for the chorizo. So I'm gonna put all the chorizo here. And we start mixing the chorizo with the potatoes. And I'm putting the chorizo almost when the potatoes are already done, okay? And now let's put the jalapeno here. And mix it. And you can put it together with your tomato and your onions if you want to. But I always like to put it at this time. That way it doesn't cook all the way through. It can be a little crunchy, okay, the jalapeno. Okay, so now we put everything to the potatoes, and now you can put your sazon. If you don't put it on, don't worry about it, okay? They still taste good, okay? And they're almost done, okay? So 5 more minutes and our potatoes are done. Okay, so they're done. So now I'm gonna turn off the fire and I'm gonna keep on making the tortillas, and I'm gonna keep on teaching you how to make the tortillas, okay, in an easy way. Okay, so over here I have the plastic and I have the board. Everybody have a cutting board. And if you have a tortilla machine, it's good. But if you don't, you can use the cutting board. They're real easy to make. So let me make one or two. So I'm going to be getting the masa and I'm going to wet my hand. I have like a little cup of water here. I'm going to be wetting my hand with this one and go like this. And now I'm going to put it there. We get the cutting board and we press it. Press it hard. It's right there. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open it like this and I'm gonna do it real fast. I'm gonna flip it to the other side like this and do this. So now I'm gonna pass it to my hand so we can put it on the comal. You see how I did it? Let's take it to the comal, and the comal is here, so we're gonna put it right here so it can cook. And I'm gonna leave it like a minute on that side, and then I'm gonna flip it over again, and then we do it again. We're gonna do it 3 times. Now it's time to turn it over. We don't want it to get real dry over here. So there you go, we turn it. So you can always be checking over here like this, and it's a little more. Okay, you see it's ready to be turned, so we're gonna turn it. See how pretty it looks? And it's done. So let's make another one. Okay, I'm gonna make another one. So wet your hand. Put it here. Go like that. And press it real good. This side. There you go. Okay, now we pass it to the hand. And take it to the comal. And put it here. There you go. Time to flip it. And ready to be turned. And it's done. Okay, so we have our potatoes here and we have our tortillas here. So I'm going to show you how do we serve it. You can always serve it straight to the plate and then eat it with a tortilla, or you can always eat it on top of the tortilla. Let me show you how, okay? So I put the tortilla here like this, and then I put the potatoes with chorizo like that. Smells real good right there. And I just put the cheese on top, the fresh cheese. So you can be putting that Chihuahua cheese, the one that melts right there. And I have this hot sauce. So I'm going to put some in here. And it's ready to eat. Or you can just serve it like this in a plate. Yeah, you can just serve it in the plate like this. And cheese. And your tortilla on the side. You can eat it like this. And you can eat it in either way you like. And we always eat it in these two ways. And this is a real easy recipe to follow. So I hope you enjoy the recipe, and thank you for watching my videos. Like and subscribe.